Mark's Middle Piddle, Worcestershire Wednesday. Dear Irene, I'm enjoying a few days at magical Middle Parks. It was Sabrina's half-term, and what with everything, I felt I needed a break. So I cashed in a little insurance policy, and we just took off. Sabrina's having a fine old time with all the activities. She's off doing karate at the moment. I've had my fill of violence back home at the trailer park. So I'm basking in the indoor sun instead. It's so much more reliable than the real thing, and I believe less damaging. You know all about that in Australia, of course. Doesn't it hold the world record for skin cancer? Hope you're not economising with the sunblock on your tennis outings. One looks a fool with all those white stripes, but better safe than sorry. You've probably written in reply to my last, and this may cross with it, but I just wanted to put your mind at rest that I'm feeling much better. What with the aromatherapy massage on Yasmin's instructions and leisurely drinks round the pool. A charming widower here has invited me for tropical cocktails. Oh, here he is now. Hello, Ernie. I beat you to it. Oh, in more ways than one. Are you going to the bar, dear? Mine's a sex on the beach. Or on a sunbed or anywhere else if you fancy it. Oh, we could probably do with a few more French fries. Now there's two of us. Can you bring some ketchup? Anyway, love and thanks for being a good, albeit distant friend, Vera. Oh, good shot, Vincent.
Well played,
He's concentrating too hard to hear. Oh, dear Howard, just a quick postcard to tell you about our lovely residence. I never believed a log cabin could be so comfortable. Huge bath and no need to wrestle with gas cylinders. Oh, I could stay here forever. Sabrina sends her love, as I do. Mumsy. Kiss, kiss. Very, very late on Saturday night. Dear Vera, thank you so much for the letter and the postcard. I'm so relieved to hear that you seem to be in a better place. Oh, I was that worried about you. So much so that I mailed letters to both Karen and Howard to see if they couldn't take care of you better in your hour of need. I mean, depression is a terrible thing, isn't it? Not that I've ever suffered from it myself. I just keep busy. Since I last wrote, I have joined a creative writing class for senior citizens. But oh, the aching, breaking heart that weeps when no one hears, that's broke anew, no hope in view, and drowns itself in tears.
That's bad grammar there, Eileen. Broken you should be broken.
Yes, I know. I was using it as a poetic conceit.
Well, there's conceit and then there's poetry. I'd stick to the latter if I were you, given that you've just started out. Okay, Iris?
Isn't it funny, when you think about it? I've had to come to the other side of the world to do the things I could have been doing all along at home. Playing tennis and penning poems. Well, I don't know what it is, you just don't seem to get round to it in the normal run of things. And I suppose, fair dues, you know, I don't know as many people over here, so there are not the usual distractions. Mind if I join you?
No, I'm just going.
No distractions, really. Obviously, the distraction is looking after Cheryl Marie full time. Hang on, I'm coming. Wait a minute, I'll be right back. It's only Grandma, Cheryl Marie. I brought you water.
I thought you were a monster.
Oh, silly Billy. Go to sleep, Cheryl Marie. A monster indeed. A monster. She's just thirsty. It gets very, very dry in here. My daughter Leslie's had to go away for a week on a course now. Her boss thinks very highly of her. You know, he came to pick her up personally in his Subaru. I've been having a bit of fun home alone, opening up a few bottles of Victorian wine and doing blind tastings. Right, so... Riesling. Cab Sav. That's Grenache. No, it's not Grenache, it's Tempranillo. Oh, have a look. Ah! I don't know if I'm getting any better at it. They all seem to taste nice to me. But it does pass the time. It was Grenache. Well, you know, practice makes perfect, doesn't it, really? P.S. Couldn't sleep. So penned a poem. Enk. Reflections in the Dead of Night, a poem by Irene Spencer. Oh, grief. Gazing up at a coal-black sky, I see my life and wonder why. Why I did this, why I did that, e.g., why did I buy that hat? It looks so pretty in the shop, with bows a-quiver, brim a-flop. What happened on the way back home to change it to a shapeless dome? And isn't it a lot like life when you cut it up with a surgeon's knife? How oft do we rush after new fool's gold instead of treasuring the trusty old? Come back, William McGonagall. All is forgiven.
Granny, 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 wake up, we're late for school.
Oh, no.
Gran!
What? Ooh. Off you go, lovely. Oh, no. Irene, I arrived back to crossed letters and crossed wires. What on earth did you say to Howard and Karen after my confidential disclosures? I mean, whatever it was, it's released a maelstrom. Howard was convinced I'd run away to live in a log cabin. It was a cry for help. I was in a terrible state, as I'm jealous of Karen's relationship with Damon. I was only trying to help a friend in need. Tell her family she needed help. I mean, if your own family don't even know that you're depressed. Well, that's what a friend's for, to step in, to be a bridge, to point out the obvious. Oh, no, apparently I was just interfering. Anyway, they all agreed I'd gone completely round the twist and absconded with Sabrina. I was lucky to escape arrest. They're the police out, scouring the countryside, and hourly bulletins on national radio. It was only the peace and seclusion of Middle Piddle that kept me from knowing about it. I mean, I tried to explain that I'd left a note under the door of Damon's trailer telling them where we'd gone, and his blasted dog must have chewed it. I must admit that sounded a bit thin, even to me. They're now considering prosecution. If that's Carol again, flogging her mucky videos. Oh! Prosecution! 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 Cheryl Marie, we've got to hide. Get under the table. Quick! Quick! They could be coming for us at any minute. Judging from the doggerel you enclosed, I can only assume you got carried away by the creative side of your writing. Either that or you've been indulging in too many blind tastings. And if that's what you call treasuring the trusty old, I'd rather not be one of them.
I've got previous. They don't take into account that you're innocent. Oh, no. You've got a record. That's it. Never go on a demonstration channel, Ray. Never, ever. Oh, you get run over by a bulldozer, and then they lock you up, and then you have to pretend to be mad to get out.
Are you pretending to be mad now, Granny?
I don't know. Am I? Pinch me. Ow.
Oh, thank you, dear. Oh. Oh, how many sugars?
6.5.
6.5. Yes, I think 3 would be enough next time. Karen's demanding that I give Sabrina back. Look, she, of course, wants to stay with me. So I'm to be assessed by social workers. And Ms. Clinch is paying us a home visit. I don't know why I've kept up this friendship with you all these years. Please don't write again, unless it's to offer something by way of mitigating circumstances. Vera.
This game's boring. Can we get out now, Granny?
No, too dangerous. What if they had snipers with telescopic sight? No, no, no. You're much safer here.
I need the toilet.
Follow Granny. Keep down. Do what Granny's doing.
Irene, it is the Lord thy God. Irene. Irene Spencer.
No, she's not here. She's gone back to Blighty. Good riddance. Awful woman.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know where to start.
Genesis usually works for me.
Well, I was 16. Just an innocent.
Oh, God.
Where have you gone? Hello? Are you there? Don't leave me now. I've got 50 years' worth to tell you about.
I am the light.
Oh, of course you are. Well, naturally, you see, they blame me. Well, how could it have been my fault, Lord? Honestly, when I'd said no, and I did said no, I said it again and again and again. Judgment of the Damned. A poem by Irene Spencer. One day, alas, 'twill be all too soon. I will stand in the line to be judged. To one side will go the souls that are clean, to the other the souls that are smudged.
What is your crime?
My maker will say, his voice sending ice down my spine.
Will you be going along with old Nick, or are you a daughter of mine?
I have sinned, Lord. I'll lie in a penitent cry, and must go to the fires of hell.
Mine is the glory. Let me judge your story. Begin now your version to tell.
I'll tell how I strayed in a land far away, of the letters that crossed o'er the sea, of the misunderstandings and heartaches I caused. I will tell him of Vera and me.
Well, she's finally, totally and utterly lost the plot.
I think it's nice.
Do you?
As my final word dies, the Lord's voice will rise to Lucifer, keeper of hell.
Forget it.
He'll say,
She's coming with me, for her sin is just loving too well.
but alas, this is fantasy, only a dream. I am still in the state known as life. If only my heart cries, my friend were like God, forgiving and staying the knife. I meant well, my friend. Cannot mercy be mine? Can I not make your heart turn my way? If sackcloth and ashes could undo the harm, dear Vera, I'd wear them each day.
Mummy, Granny's gone a bit funny. I know, but this time she's worse.
Mom! What the hell are you doing?
Sackcloth and ashes. God's forgiven me, but Vera's a tougher nut to crack. Take a photograph and send it to her as proof of my penance.
Mother! Pull yourself to bloody gather. I've had to dash here from work because you've terrified your bloody granddaughter, who you're supposed to be looking bloody after.
That's an awful lot of blood. Why don't you sit down? No. First, take a photograph and send it to her, you see, before all the ashes wear off.
Dear Irene, I was stunned by your recent missive. How long have you been having conversations with God?
An email from Vera. This was meant, don't you think?
Yes, I know. Most daughters think the mothers are insane, but this one really is.
I showed it to my psychic next-door neighbour, Yasmin, and she asked if he'd ever thought of the laying on of hands. I said, as far as I knew, only on gullible widowers. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to make of the sentiments expressed. I mean, it's obvious to me that all this Australian wine tasting you've been going on about has taken you over completely.
Won't she get a surprise when she accesses my photo?
But since you are on such intimate terms with God, I need you to intercede for me, urgently. My fate is in his hands and your knees. The social worker, Miss Clint, is paying for home visit any minute. Oh, the last one was a disaster. I'd forgotten to hide the gin. And she's a member of the Plymouth Brethren, apparently. Oh, God. And if we fail to live up to her expectations again, whatever they may prove to be this time, she may take my granddaughter Sabrina away from me and give her back to her awful mother. Or she who used to be known as my daughter, Karen.
Mum, there's some men here to see you.
Men? Oh, no, they can't see me. I'm not ready, not like this. Not like this, no. We'll go back and come back another time. I'm not here.
Dear Vera, I hope you don't mind me calling you that. I don't think we've ever met.
Yes, we have.
But my mum, Irene, talks so much about you. I feel I know you. I've been having to deal with correspondence recently, and your last mail sounded pretty urgent, so I thought I'd better reply. Mum's been under a bit of strain lately, and I've had to admit her to a private clinic. Now, nothing major, just a little breakdown. You know how nervy she can get.
Yeah, don't I just, but a breakdown?
Maybe it's been too much for her, having to look after Cheryl Marie. I don't know. You think you're doing her a favour, making her feel needed, and then she goes and pulls a stunt like this. As it is, I've had to take time off work just to sort everything out, and I've hired an au pair, so that when they let Mum out, she'll be able to go back home to England. Oh, I'll let you know when that is, as I'm sure you'd want to pick her up from the airport, you two being such old friends.
See, I wonder about the booze. Some people can handle it, some people can't.
I'll print your mail off and give it her when her next visit, if she's up to focusing again. But I thought it might take a little while for the hallucinations to stop.
Ready for my glass, Mr. DeMille?
So, personally, I'm not holding my breath. All the best, Leslie Crabtree, nee Spencer.
It's for your own good.
Well, but I am good. God knows I'm good. Down you gone. Are you there? Is anybody there?